in a million instances that we can generate.
Yes, and part of the reason you do that and train them on them is that way. It's part of how you get in substantive ways safer than human drivers, because the human drivers never encounter those circumstances. Maybe they have some more natural, biologically inspired reflexes in terms of how you're driving, but they haven't been trained on all the, well, what happens when this and that and the other is coming together, and what do you do to recognize you're in that circumstance, to interact on it, to do that. And that's, again, part of like the kind of the world generation part of these things, and that's part of where the going into video generation is steps in that direction.
We talk about trust. We've spoken about trust in entrepreneurs, trust in AI. And then if we actually zoom out, I feel like geopolitical trust is also a big issue, whether it's the US and China, or what is the potential AI collaboration. You helped set up the UK Safety Institute. And most of your focus has been on American AI, and specifically actually how AI is American intelligence. And we want to imbue AI with sort of Western values, democratic values. But you've also spent some time recently in Europe, and you were talking to leaders in London, in Paris, et cetera, about their AI efforts. So why do you think it's also important to engage with some of these European leaders?
I think there's a number of reasons. First, I actually think the cross-cultural, cross-border dialogue with other cultures that are taking kind of the key values that we find is very essential: human rights, individual rights, autonomy, ability to participate in a democracy and have a voice, ability to say, how do we, what are the ways that we should empower, individuals in society, where governments are very important, but governments should help shape, enable those values versus oppress them. And that's part of what we mean by Western democratic values.